Hey everyone, Palantir CEO Alex Karp making yet more bold statements about the company and the progress. I'll share those statements with you here in this video and what it could mean for Palantir stock investors. And most surprisingly is the difference between the tone of Palantir's CEO Alex Karp and the reaction from Wall Street investors and investors overall to the latest quarterly results. So I'll share that with you as well and why I think there was that difference and my reaction and what I think about Palantir stock going into this latest investor update. So let's take a look.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, the shocking comments from the CEO is just starting right off the bat saying, we crushed the first quarter in the US. We are on fire. We crushed it. We're on fire. Like, yeah, it's time to celebrate. Let's really pump our fist and let's, suggest how great we did in the first quarter. I don't know if that was the appropriate reaction because look at the stock price reaction. The stock price crashed from around $25 per share all the way down to $21 per share following the quarterly results. So it seems a little bit out of place for the Palantir CEO to be fist pumping during a quarter where investors thought the stock price deserved a big step down. So that seems a bit mismatched there between the CEO's enthusiasm for the latest quarterly results and the investor response to the latest quarterly results. Now, I actually agreed with Palantir CEO here in that in the latest quarterly results, after what happened in the quarter, and it was partly because of the stock price decrease. I'll admit the lower valuation was a big contributor to me upgrading Palantir stock to a borderline buy. Previous to these quarterly results and the change in valuation, I had Palantir stock rated as a hold. So I upgraded Palantir stock after the quarterly results. So my reaction to the quarterly results was along the lines of it was an improvement, yes. I wasn't going out and pounding the table suggesting it's a no-brainer buy, but I did upgrade it to a borderline here. So I was along the lines of closer to being in agreement versus out of agreement here. But let's take a look at why he thinks it was such a great quarter. Saying that we're basically doing the impossible. We're growing the company while investing in our core IP or software development. And the main reason is they built software infrastructure that allows enterprises, both commercial and government, to move beyond chat, move beyond self-pleasuring to actually produce things that are valuable. That's an interesting statement as well. And, it goes to show many of these companies that talk about being an AI company or talk about implementing artificial intelligence. Really, all they've done is put a chat bot on their website that responds to customer questions, and they call that artificial intelligence, implementing artificial intelligence in the business. And what Palantir CEO was saying is we're like moving beyond that. We're helping companies move beyond that and actually produce things that are valuable, because a lot of times, and you've heard me say this about many of these companies and their customer service, their chatbot or whatever you want to call it, really is not valuable. It doesn't improve the customer experience, and it's mainly implemented because it saves cost for the company. Instead of having live customer agents responding to customer questions, they replaced it with this chatbot that is equally as ineffective, but at least they don't have to pay somebody to be ineffective. They can at least have a bot that's ineffective or an AI bot that's ineffective. Now, I say that is most companies. There are a few companies that are doing this really well, and one of them is Amazon, as I've highlighted. But most companies that have these AI chatbots do not work very well. Those that I've tried at least do not work very well. And Palantir is saying we're helping companies move beyond that. Like the only company in America, the only really relevant market that will allow you to do useful things with large language models. Useful things, not just play around with these large language models, but actually use them and implement improvement in your business, whether that be ways to increase revenue, whether that be better inventory management, risk reduction, reducing costs, getting more productivity out of your employees. Whatever the value might be, we're actually helping your business get more value from these large language models and not just use them for conversation or use them for response and things like that. The CEO goes on to say that there's basically no conflict in the world that the Western allies are involved in, that Palantir is not the first call. So again, boasting about Palantir's value to major governments, especially Western allied major governments, how valuable Palantir is, and that they have to get the call. They have to be included because their service is so valuable. Their service is so powerful, so effective that they are the first call. That governments worldwide want to get Palantir's input. They want to get Palantir's help on whatever it is, whatever the conflict is, that the stakes are the highest. Palantir is the first call because they are the best in class. And that reputation for being that best in class service, that best in class AI service, it really has helped Palantir expand beyond governments and into business, because businesses look at Palantir's relationship with governments and think to themselves, there must be something to it. Like they must be adding incredible value if the governments keep going to Palantir. Let's see what it's about. Let's at least give them an opportunity to come in here and get business. And Palantir has capitalized on that opportunity. They're now gaining significant traction, especially with US businesses. Now, the CEO does say that they have headwinds in Europe. 16% of their business is Europe, and Europe is gliding towards 0% GDP over the next couple of years. And that's true. The European economy is not performing as well as the US economy. Of course, that segment of the world has been in war for the last couple of years with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And then you have the war in the Middle East. So that's nearby as well. And that's not helping the economy. That's not helping consumers feel like they want to go out and spend money. That's making consumers feel like they should save, that they should prepare for disaster, that they should be tightening their belts and not feeling like, hey, this is a good time to go out and buy a new car, or this is a good time to book some travel somewhere around in that area. So that's understandable. And that's a problem for Palantir. And there's no easy remedy for that. So the CEO does acknowledge that the European economy is a problem. So interesting here from the CEO, surprising comments to be sure, and Palantir's stock price reacting in the opposite direction of the CEO's sentiments here. Although, I think after the stock price decreased, that Palantir stock offers investors a reasonable risk versus reward, and that's why I upgraded to a borderline buy for Palantir stock. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. I know there's a lot you could be doing with your time and a lot of other videos you could be watching. So I truly appreciate that you chose to watch this one. If you want to see more videos just like this, hit the subscribe or the like button. They'll both help me make more videos just like this one. Thank you again.